Dharma teachings. Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liaoming. Homage to Master Sakya Zhengkong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubdan Dorji. And homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the main deity of the group practice this evening. Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, the greatly loving and compassionate one. Sumo Tanzan Gatso Tutan Siddhi. All Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, everyone. How do you do?
Aisteru Sharange Hola amigo Que quiero mucho Skoin Ichiban Kimochi Jumi Yapi Pirin Konbanwa
Tonight we practice Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva's Dharma practice, and Avalokitesvara has myriad, innumerable emanations. As we often say, they appear everywhere they are invoked, and they are always on the ocean of suffering to salvage the suffering beings. So they delivered the most sentient beings. And for this Bodhisattva, whether you're Buddhist or not, you would know Avalokitesvara or Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Typically, in the Universal Gate Sutra, as we mentioned the other time, that Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas that they would manifest themselves as the being to be delivered. And that was mentioned, we mentioned about the Supreme Bliss Deva, so that's the manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And also Mahakala is also a manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. There are many Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, like Hayagriva, is also a manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And Mahakala is a manifestation of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva and many other Herukas or Vajra protectors are emanations of Avalokitesvara. Therefore, their emanations are innumerable and they deliver the most sentient beings. And Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is also the most famous. They often manifest compassionate appearance. Therefore, we refer to them as the greatly loving and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. If you read The Journey to the West written by Wu Cheng-en, every time the monk Sanzang, the master of Tripitaka of the Tang dynasty, every time he encountered a calamity, most of the time he was saved by Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. That was also the case in the Journey to the West novel. Let me share a few jokes. He thought that they thought that he was moving forward one step, but actually that wasn't the case. But everybody else moved backward one step. Xiaoming's son loves to skip classes. So Xiaoming bought a robot, and one day the kid came home late, and the dad, Xiaoming asked, and he said he went to the library. So the robot slapped the kid. And then the kid said, "Oh, I watched a blue movie at the classmate's house." And Xiaoming said, how brave you are. I have never watched it when I was your age. And then the robot hit him. And the wife was angry and told Xiaoming, "You deserve it. You're so mean to your kid. And that's your own son." And then the robot slapped her. So in the future, please don't buy a robot, a lie detecting robot. One night, Xiaoming's mom coming home crying, and the dad asked Xiaoming, "What happened to your mom? Why is she crying like that?" And Xiaoming replied, "We attended a costume competition at home, and mom got first prize." Oh, that's good, right? But mom was watching the competition. She was not participating in the competition. A co-worker accompanied the wife for a fetus and check, and they got the 3D images, and then they start discussing which part is looking like who. When they were talking to each other sweetly, and the doctor told the husband that this is not yours, this child is not yours. And the husband immediately dragged his face, and the wife was very shocked and told the husband, "You have to believe me. I haven't done anything wrong to you." Oh, but this image is the earlier one was the wrong one. So that's why, as a doctor, you have to be careful when you speak. Now we'll do a Q&A. From Indonesia, Lianhua Xiangxiang. A Grandmaster and Simu, peace be with you. May you be healthy and live a long life and live in self-mastery. I would like to ask about the black-faced Golden Mother who oversees the netherworld. Grandmaster, may I ask that other than capturing ghosts, does the so-called overseeing the netherworld involve the following 3 Dharma power for Bardo deliverances? 1. Like Amugapasa of Lokiteswara, the Vajra of equal deliverance, the black-faced Golden Mother is able to deliver all kinds of spirits. 2. Like Amitabha Buddha's and Manjushri Bodhisattva's deliverance mantras, those who are burdened with heavy karmic transgression due to killing can practice and recite the black-faced Golden Mother mantra to Bardo deliver and eradicate karma due to killing. 3. Her mantra can also be used to bless sand or rice, which is to be scattered on a grave to Bardo deliver the deceased. So I guess the question is, because black-faced Golden Mother is in charge of the netherworld, can she be like Amugapasa Auluskadaswarat, that she's able to Bardo deliver? And second, like Amitabha Buddha or Manjushri Bodhisattva's deliverance mantra, that she can also Bardo deliver those with heavy karma due to killing. Or third, that the black-faced Golden Mother's mantra can be used to bless sand or rice to be scattered on the grave for bardo deliverance. So that's like the primary Dharma power for 3 key bardo deliverances. So that's invented by this Lian Hua Xiang from Indonesia. So the black-faced golden mother loves to capture ghosts. We have said that she's amazing at catching ghosts, but is she also doing bardo deliverances? So what do you think? This question is really, it's a no question. It's a non-question question. Why is that? How should I say it? Let me just give an example. Like the president of the Seattle Leizhang Temple, he's a president or abbot. And we also have the manager or superintendent and secretary and accountant, 4 positions. So, of course, the president manages the accountant, the secretary, and the manager's work. He can manage everything. But he may not want to do that. He just delegate all the work and then they would perform and then report to the president. So he doesn't have to manage them. He just checked the results. That's just an example, okay? Just an example. But the same with Golden Mother. She can manage everything because Golden Mother has tremendous power. And every night for my bardo deliverance, I have Golden Mother and the Tiger Head Vajra to perform my bardo deliverance. And for the upcoming grand ceremony, I would tell you how I perform my bardo deliverance. I will show it to you from beginning to end. So as I am performing it, I will also explain them. So black-faced Golden Mother is an emanation of Golden Mother too. And transformation body of Golden Mother or the golden face Golden Mother and the tiger head Vajra, they are all emanated by Golden Mother and they all have their task. And the black-faced Golden Mother is in charge of the netherworld. Of course, she's in charge of expelling the bad ghost or capturing the bad ghost. That's the responsibility of the black-faced Golden Mother. Whether she bardo deliver or not, that would be done by the Tiger Head Vajra or Golden Mother, not necessarily by the black-faced Golden Mother. So you say it yourself. So Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara, or the Vajra of equal deliverance, so you can just use Amoghapasa to Bardo deliver. And Amitabha Buddha also Bardo delivers. And Manjushri Bodhisattva also Bardo delivers. And Siddhikarma Bodhisattva also Bardo delivers. Why do you need the black-faced golden mother to do it? Why do you bother? And you already know so many others, and you know the deliverance mantras of Amitabha Buddha or Manjushri Bodhisattva, and you can just use them. Or Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara, equal deliverance. Or scattering rice or sand on a grave, you can just use Usnisha Vijaya mantra. Why do you have to use black-faced golden mother? Then you just use the Usnisha Vijaya mantra or Dharani. Then you can bless the sand and rice. They each have their own roles. Then you cannot say that she's the one that take on everything, so that when Siddhikarma Bodhisattva is about to deliver, oh, it's done already by the black-faced golden mother, or the Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara too, or Amitabha Buddha, or Manjushri Bodhisattva, then have no job. They don't have to do anything anymore because they're all taken care of by the black-faced golden mother. Therefore, your Dharma name is Lianhua Xiang Xiang. Think about it, Xiang. Sounds like thinking. You're one person. I don't know whether this is a man or a woman. So you're in charge of breakfast and lunch and dinner and supper and snacks. And all of the food and all the daily necessities, and then you can do all of them? Not necessarily. Can you fix the aircon? Everybody has their specialties. Then you let them do that. The same with human beings, right? We each have our specialty or skills. Then you let them do that. You cannot just do everything, right? Yeah, and if black-faced golden mother is in charge of everything, then Grandmaster doesn't have to do Bardo deliverance anymore. Just let the black-faced golden mother do it. And your name is Lianhua Xiang Xiang, like Lianhua thinking. So you should think about it yourself. Do you do all the work there is? Right? So that's the answer. So of course, like our manager and secretary, they can do a lot of things, but their responsibility is the manager, and that's your responsibility. And the secretary, they are in charge of the secretarial work, or the accountant, the accounting. So that's the role and responsibility. If you're an accountant, but you are controlling the work of the manager, then you're over-controlling. However, the manager seems to manage everything. but the accountant cannot control the manager. But the manager takes care of everything, all of them. They have to pay attention to everything. So they're like an inspector. So he specifically in charge of inspection. This is a scam. It's this joke. One day, there's a beggar at the market, grocery, and then everybody gave him some money, and he took notes of the name and the addresses of the people who give the money. And then an hour later, he was driving Bentley and give the people who give him money in the morning 10 times the amount. If it's $1, they would get 10, or $10 would get 100. So everybody in the grocery store was surprised. And the second day, he went to the store again, and everybody there gave him money, and lots of money, $100, $1,000, and they all write their addresses at the back of the money. And in less than an hour, the beggar got 70 or 80,000 hundreds. And he's gone forever. No more Bentley car. And he did not return any money. So this is a scam. There are many scammers nowadays. They just give you a little benefit and then cheat you out of lots of money. So please be watchful of fraudulent groups which are very popular around the world, and it was originated in Taiwan. The little monk asked the abbot, "Abbot, before you became a monk, did you drink?" And he replied, "Oh, this is playful of Chinese. I've been drunk, but it also means I'm sinful." And the little monk asked again, "Did you drink or not? How come you couldn't understand? I have told you, right?" He's been drunk. That means he has drunk. But it's also playful. Xiaoming wrote a composition, and the title is "My Mom." My mom is multifaceted. On her body, there is the journey of the West is playing. The journey of the West is playing. The body, my mom's body is like the pixie. And her hair is like Sa Wu Jing, the monk. You know how her hair was? And her mouth is like the monk, Shen Ching, always nagging. And her temper is like the monkey, Sun Wukong, always beating us with the duster and always loses her temper. This is my mother. And then the teacher wrote, please have your mom sign your composition. That's how he described his mom. The body is like the pixie, and the temper is like monkey, and the mouth is like the monk, always nagging, and the hair is like the monk, Sa Wu Jing. And Xiaoming wrote a poem. My mom is as beautiful as a flower blossom, but oh, my dad is as ugly as a dirt. But oh, why? Mom loves dad. I finally know, because the flower cannot live without dirt. And then the teacher wrote the score that here is a genius poet. Now we will talk about the Vimalakirti Sutra. Now we will talk about this phrase. They understood the true reality beyond all phenomena, including the roots of sentient beings. We will just talk about this. Last week we talked about they could smoothly turn the non-regressing wheel following the course of nature. And there were two key points: non-regressing wheel and following the course of nature. And today is they understood the true reality beyond all phenomena, including the roots of sentient beings. It seems ordinary, right? You understand the phenomena of everything. So Dharma here means phenomena. So you understand the phenomena of everything, and they also understand the roots or the spiritual roots of all sentient beings. So the roots of sentient beings mean their spiritual roots, and the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas would know about that. So it's very easy to explain this. However, we cannot just say that. So what is this understood all phenomena? If we go deeper, is that everything is empty without self-nature. It's spoken in the Vajra Sutra. Everything is an aggregate, an assembly, a combination. All phenomena are aggregates. Everything is. I have given an example that a house is an aggregate. They have no self-nature. If you disintegrate them, then the nails are nails, the woods are wood, the cement is cement, and the sand is sand. So if you disintegrate them, plastics, glasses, doors, windows, woods, if they all are dissected, they have no self-nature. But once a house is built, you can live in it, as we know. It can protect you from the wind and the rain, and there is a space, an area that you can occupy. That's the meaning of a house. But once you take it down, then there's nothing left. So it is empty without self-nature. Once a house is taken down, it's empty. Then there's no self-nature. It cannot protect you from the wind or the rain, and you cannot occupy it. So that's an analogy for a house, or a car is the same, or a human being. They're all the same, empty without self-nature. Everyone is the same. They are an aggregate of the element of earth, water, fire, wind, and space. But once you disintegrate, then everything's gone. And the earth, the bones and the flesh are the earth. The blood is the water. The body temperature is the fire. You maintain that temperature. And the breath or breathing, that's the air. And once you dissipate, or the four elements dissipate, then nothing's left. That's called empty without self-nature. Then it's not a human being anymore. It's gone. So understood the true reality beyond all phenomena, that everything is empty without self-nature. That's the first understanding. But in the current phenomena, there are, of course, a differentiation. Like, just take an example of a human being. That no two human beings look exactly alike. And they're just composed with eyebrows, eyes, nose, 2 ears, a mouth, on the face, just these things. Yet, there are still differentiations among them, and they're all different. This is called the differentiated phenomena, or look. So the look of a human being should be very simple, just the eyebrows, eyes, nose, ears, mouth. But combined together, every human being is different from each other. So this is called the differentiating phenomena. So one is empty without self-nature, and second is that everything has differentiating phenomena. And the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas understand about emptiness without self-nature, as well as the differentiating phenomena. And this is called understood the true reality beyond all phenomena. So if you go deeper, like the fortune teller would say, that observing your look and your qi, vital energy on your body, the color of your body, they would know about that person. So understood well the phenomena. It's like when they see a human being, they would know immediately how much money they would earn. Do they have bad luck or good luck with good, which is a good person or bad person, or there is luminosity around their vital energy. What kind of light? White light. That's the light of spiritual cultivator. The red light is the light of a good person. A yellow light is the light of a rich person. And gray light is bad luck. If it's black light, then there would be an evil person. If someone with bad intent or bad person that's would have black energy or light. So you can tell by observing the vital energy of a person. So color is the color of a person. Or a sickly person from the face, you know that that person is sick. Or a decline on the face, then you know that they are having misfortune. Or if they have a rainbow light on the face, and then also a very fulfilled, opulent look, they must have, must be pretty well-to-do and live a good life. You can tell from the spirits of their eyes, whether they are very devious or deceptive. Then you know that they are either thieves or someone that's doing improper things. So that everything is empty without self-nature. However, from the phenomena, you can also tell the differences among them. So they understood this, and that's called understanding all phenomena. So now you know. And they also know the roots of sentient beings, or the spiritual roots of sentient beings. Which means that the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas can discern the heart, mind of sentient beings. With one look, you would know this one is definitely the pig. Why? Because they love pleasures and leisures. And Grandmaster has said this, that Taiwanese restaurants and clubs, they would worship a god, but the god is the 8 precepts pig, or the pixie. And they wish that man would give rise to that sensual pleasures and would go there. So the lower establishments would enshrine the 8 precept pig, and Grandmaster had consecrated them too. So they know the roots of sentient beings. If a person is like the 8 precepts pig, then you know that that person loves sensual pleasures. And when a great bodhisattva takes a look, immediately would know that this person is greedy for money. really love money. Many of them. Like all the corruptors that were caught by President Xi from China, in the tens of thousands of people, right, that had been caught. 400,000 corrupt officials that had been caught, captured. I didn't even know that there were that many officials. So they were all greedy for money. We all know. So the great Bodhisattvas too would know. So this is called knowing the roots of sentient beings. So you're either greedy for sensual pleasures or greedy for money, and some people are greedy for fame and name. They want to become a well-known someone. Many people also love that. People who want to become officials also love fame and wealth, and some of them also sensual pleasures. So they differentiate those who love or are greedy for money or fame or sensual pleasures. So roots here refer to spiritual roots. There are many, as is well known in the school. The lazy bug, there are bugs all over his body. Bugs in the brows, in the eyes. There are bugs all over his body. Lazy bug. What kind of bug? It's a lazy bug. They just loaf around. So they just pass their days. So if you're not diligent as spiritual cultivator, then you are lazy. So let's talk about diligence. When you wake up in the morning, you have to make your bed. The bed work. When we were young, when we got up, our parents would tell us, make your bed. So you need to make your bed. You fold your blankets, you tidy up your pillows, and then the cup for the toothbrush, toothpaste, and everything have to be hung nicely and tidily, everything. But the lazy bug would just kick away a blanket. There was a girl from Canada that just kicked her blanket when she woke up. And I asked her, why? Did you just kick your blanket? And she replied, oh, because I need it again at night. Why do I need to fold it in the morning? So she did not know. She was uneducated. When we were little, we had to make our bed in the morning and then to put everything at its place. And then the clothes have to be folded, and you need to put the clothes that you will wear in the morning right next to the bed. And then afterwards, you need to sweep and clean the yard. Then you sweep the floor in the house, and then in front of the house to clean all the garbage, and then you sprinkle water on it. When we go to school or when we finish class, that we want to clean the desks and also sweep the floor and also sprinkle water to mop the floor and to put the desks and the chairs in nicely and tidily. So you need to take care of those, every one of them. And as ordained monks and nuns, you need to do all those. You need to vacuum the carpets in your own room, and you need to make sure they're always clean. So if you spill something like coffee on the carpet and you don't take care of it, then the carpet was stained. Or soy sauce, and then the whole room became very dirty and filthy. And so that's why if your own room is not clean, how can you, the person, be clean? How can your heart, mind be clean? It's from the outside to the inside. So this is the spiritual roots of sentient beings. The habitual tendencies are very crucial. Many people develop the habit to be lazy. Then your life is wasted. In the future, you would become a lazy bug. A lazy bug is filled with bugs all over his body. Bugs in the eyes, bugs in the tummy. There are bugs all over his body. So a lazy bug. So by all means, as ordained monks and nuns, never be a lazy bug. You have to maintain clean clothes. You don't want to have to emit odor, bad odor, that you would be despised wherever you go. That's all roots of sentient beings. And also stinginess. That's also habitual roots, that you're very stingy. And some people are very arrogant. That's also a kind of habitual tendencies. So this is the spiritual roots or the habitual roots of sentient beings. So the great bodhisattvas would know immediately. They can see, they can pierce through your inside and know what the sentient beings are thinking about. So this is called knowing or understanding the spiritual roots of sentient beings. And some people are very illogical, irrational. You cannot reason with them, unreasonable. So if you start reasoning with your boss, then you almost lose your job. If you're reasoning with your wife, then you're about to get divorced. If you are reasoning with your boss, then you will be fired. If you're reasoning with your wife, that you will get divorced sooner or later. So you need to understand the spiritual root of this person.
这个叫做菩萨知众生根，根器。
So Bodhisattva knows the spiritual roots of sentient beings. So, and they would be able to tell who have high or good spiritual roots. The Guru Atisha wrote about the paths of the three men, I guess. And then according to these three paths of beings, Guru Tsongkhapa also wrote a further commentary on it. So my simple classification is those with a deep or high spiritual root, they can become bodhisattva. And then those with middling spiritual root, they can go to the heavens. And those with lower spiritual root, they can be reborn in good, slightly better places. So spiritual cultivation is divided into three. One is the high or deep spiritual root, one is middling, and then the last is lower spiritual root. And then how to guide them, the great bhikshus and great bodhisattvas would know how to guide them, guide the different levels of sentient beings. So this is what this phrase means. Now you know. Therefore, they understood all phenomena, including the spiritual roots of sentient beings. They, meaning the great bhikkhus and great bodhisattvas. So, Grandmaster has explained this sentence so that you know now. What time is it now? 10. Is this funny? A colleague was very simple and humble and modest. But recently, something has changed. Usually, he buy a $40 Taiwanese dollar a brown meat rice. Now he would buy $140 beef noodle soup, and he used to just ride the public transport. Now he's riding a taxi, and people thought that he won a lottery. It turned out that he just split up with his girlfriend. Is this funny? Funny? Oh, maybe he spent all his money on his girlfriend. So after they broke up, he has more money. He had more money. About winning lottery, recently we have someone else that won first prize in lottery. Known by Master Lian Chuan. Also, someone from Malaysia. Oh, it's a different lottery. So the first prize. So one won the first prize in the Malaysian lottery, and the other one in the special draw in Malaysia. Because the other day when we practiced Manohara, I saw diamonds all over, so I knew someone would win the lottery. And they all won first prize. So True Buddha School is a school for winning the lotteries. But please don't ask me to bless your lottery tickets, okay? You know why? Because Grandmaster never win any lottery ticket, any lottery. You know why I never won anything? Because I never bought any lottery. So because I don't buy, so of course I have no chance to win. But I have enough. Many things are offered by disciples. I'm already very content and satisfied. Even if I win, it's not that meaningful. On the mountain road, Xiaoming stopped a car to give him a ride. And the driver said, can you show me your lifeline? And so Xiaoming showed him his palm. And after the driver saw that, okay, your lifeline is pretty long, so yeah, get on. And Xiaoming couldn't understand why. Do you need to check my lifeline? Just getting a ride from you. And the driver replied, because my brakes are broken. This is a joke. Tomorrow we will talk about the next phrase. They shielded beings from their fears so that they could gain fearlessness.